What up, everybody? We are back. We have a Gladiator draft live stream tonight. It's only on YouTube. So if you're watching, obviously you were watching on YouTube. So we have AG in the house. AG is actually in the draft as well. What's up, AG?
What's up? You ready?
What pick you have tonight?
I am pick 13. I'm team 13. So
All right,
keep
team
close eye.
13. There we go. I'm at the 4 slot tonight. So let's see how this goes. I'm looking
This is
forward
a
to it.
big draft. Big draft.
Massive, absolutely massive. Gladiator season's wrapping up here shortly, so I think I have 3 left after this, maybe 3. I think, yeah.
Yeah, we're getting short on time now.
We definitely are.
We've been.
What's up, Zach?
For a while.
What's going on?
How are
Thanks
you?
for letting me do some espionage here.
Yeah. So we got Zach Waxman in the house as well. He's not in the draft. One of the very few drafts that Zach's actually not in.
Very rare.
So, I think this is the first time I'm watching a draft that I'm not in ever. I just I never care to watch drafts that I'm not in, but I wanted to hang out.
Zach, what pick or not what pick? What KD? How do you usually set your KDS, or do you not want to talk about that?
Who, me?
Yeah.
One first, and then you want Acuna, and then I usually throw like 6-5 or 4-3-2. Like I'm good with. I think you're gonna get anything. I think you're gonna get good picks from 2 to 6. So I'll just throw 6 as my second choice, and then really like 9 and 10 are ones that I want to put at the end. I don't want those picks, so I'd rather have 12, 13, 14, because at least you're going to have a better chance of getting something good on the wrap. And 10, you're really going to get something you don't want that you're going to reach on like in 10, 11 slot. So that's really what I'm thinking. What about you?
I've been just leaving it 1 through 15 right now, but yeah, no, I agree with you. 9, 10. I don't like pick 11. I don't necessarily want to be on the end as well. I don't want to be 15 because I like to kind of this is kind of every year, but if you're pick 13 or 14, you can kind of play off of them and see what they already have, and
yes,
things like that. So
15 is my last choice.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah. AG, how about 15. You? What do you do?
Well, of course, I think I speak for, but I think almost everybody's leaving the 1 in the 1 spot. But I like the top 4, and then to further put it down, I like the top 8 or 9. Then after that, I just leave it. I go backwards a lot on some of that stuff, just depending on who I'm trying to get. The more drafts you do, the more you try to plan out your pick for the first few rounds, because those are the ones you really need to diversify. So especially in this format, you can't keep taking the same guys over and over.
Yeah, we're all high volume players in this format, so obviously you don't want to have too much of any one player. So it'll be to see how things go tonight. I think I don't have very many drafts from the 4 slots, so I'm looking forward to seeing how things can kind of play out here from the 4. I have a lot of number 2 picks. I don't have any 1 picks yet, but number 2 pick seems to be a hot pick for me. So we'll see how things go. Well, this is interesting already. We didn't have Noelvi Marte go number 1, so
wow,
that's interesting.
Marte's good though.
Do you think that draft should be thrown? Do you think that draft should be thrown out in the overall? Because underdog would. Underdog, a draft happened like that, underdog would throw that out.
Has it been normal outside of that pick? Like, what happened there? Do you know?
I think it was normal outside of that pick. So I don't know. I'm not really. I don't think it's moving the earth.
Yeah, it was definitely interesting. And then you had team 2 also pass on Acuna. So that was interesting. I think is that going to be the only time all draft season that Acuna doesn't go 1 or 2?
Probably. Unless there's another mistake like that, because I'd imagine that the person picking second had their auto on. They're just going to take Witt or J-Rod, whatever fell. Do you have an auto going on here?
That was 2 autos.
Yeah. Witt was definitely a full auto. All right, so I'm on the clock here. So
Yeah,
I'm going to take Corbin Carroll. It's I got a pretty clear top 4, so I kind of assumed I was going to get Carroll. So we'll start off with a lot of stolen bases. So I like that.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
Nice pick, Fish.
You think, Zach, both of you,
League.
you think even one main event, one, will not have Acuna as the one pick?
No, I think Acuna will go 1 in every single main event.
Okay.
It doesn't make sense to have them if you don't want Acuna number 1, then why would you put 1 as your first choice?
No, I
right?
agree.
You should put 2 as your first choice.
Fish solved the mystery, but
yeah,
we'll see how smart everyone is.
But every year there's always that guy that wants Strider or something like that, something crazy.
Well,
yeah, I'm just saying you don't need to do 1 as your. If you don't want Acuna 1, then there's really no reason to ever pick 1 as your first choice. Because you don't want to draft on the end anyways, I wouldn't think. Some people might like that. I certainly don't. Only 5 picks in, but nothing crazy so far. AG, you going to get nuts in this draft, you think, or no?
I don't know. You want me to?
I mean, I don't know.
You want to get nuts or do you want to get nuts?
Yeah, I mean, what do we
That's
do?
the question.
Out of the 13 hole, how nuts can I get? I'm trying to think what I want to do.
Felix Bautista and Edwin Diaz.
Dave Bautista.
Dave Bautista.
Yeah, I'd say grab Bautista. It's a unique build.
This is like painfully slow. Usually these are flying off the board.
Yeah, this guy's not online either. So
bunch of autos.
Some of these drafts that we've booked so far in advance, you're going to see some auto picks.
I think they forgot.
They're $50. They're a crapshoot. Basically pointless drafts, right?
Right.
But you might see a couple auto people that forgot about their drafts.
So the rest of the back half here is online. So these should go a little quicker. And those autos, if they don't come back, this ought to be a really quick draft.
Yeah, and an interesting one. Should be a lot of values then.
Should be.
We'll see.
You'd think Team 9 would have got, well, I can't say, but that would have been, he should have bid higher. There goes Strider.
Yep, Strider at 8. So that's kind of the one thing that I'm always looking at these in these drafts is where is Strider going? Is he moving up into the top 5? I think we will see him top 5 in some main events. But right now it's mostly right there in the middle of round 1 is where I've been seeing him for the most part.
I kind of like you were saying, Zach, I like the back half because you're kind of at ease. You're just like, hey, if you guys do everything you're supposed to do, then I'll take this guy. But if anything drops, you just catch the falling value.
Yeah, I think if you're team 13, 14, 15, you're going to get something good. But I think there's a big drop off at like when you get to pick 12 and 11 in the second round. When it wraps back around, it's a big drop off there. When it comes time to main event season, I don't know if it's going to be as precipitous of a drop because I can see the pitchers moving up.
Right.
So you're going to want to get the pitching. So, but in these gladiators, I don't know. Where do you think Corey Seager goes tonight?
I don't know. Well, with the autos, he's going to go in the second round. But if they don't come off auto, I don't know where he would have normally gone. I have 0 of this guy. 0 shares. 0. So I'm going to take him. First share of the year.
Don't like it.
First share of the year.
The one thing that I have issues with down here towards the back of the first is stolen bases. Obviously J-Ram was off the board for your pick, so your only choice really there, if you want some stolen bases, I feel like is Ohtani, or you got to push up. I mean, I guess Bryce Harper can get you some, and probably shouldn't talk about people that haven't been drafted, but whatever.
Well, it's me and you really. I mean,
yeah, but like Ellie De La Cruz, you'd have to. I mean, if you're on him,
yeah, I'm not gonna.
or after that, it's like you have to push like Lindor all the way up. So it's like, what are
Yeah.
you going to do for stolen bases if, like, I'm curious always to see what team, like 14, for example, Judge and Harper. You have what, maybe at most 20 stolen bases, probably.
Right.
It's going to be a huge disadvantage for the people that are drafting at the front. But Zach is absolutely right, where there is a drop off once you get towards the middle of the first.
Who's left here?
Middle of the second.
Like, I'm trying to think of who's left. Turner went. Doug Outley. Derek Carty wouldn't like that pick.
He wouldn't? Was that not one of his
For a
stars?
fact. He said he's probably the most overdrafted player in the NFL.
He is overdrafted.
I wonder if Ellie De La Cruz is a good DFS player.
I would say he is. Here's the question, and this is really more of a philosophical question. Ellie De La Cruz is overdrafted, overvalued. He goes in the second round. He should probably go in the third or fourth. He will never go in the fourth. He might go in the third. He'll never go in the fourth. So do you just say, I'll never own him? Or do you say, I'll overpay to own him in some leagues in case he hits a 80th percentile outcome and, really could just destroy with the things he can do? Or do you just say, I'm out because I just don't like the value? To me, I think it's a game of chicken. You have to take him sometimes, but you don't take him every time. And of course, you probably don't take him. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I would take him in a huge league or not. I'd have to think about it. But this is where he's going to go in the early to mid second, maybe late second sometimes.
That guy with Team 10 is probably salivating over Alvarez there with Turner.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. That was a perfect match. Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I mean, the thing with Elliott, like, obviously we do a lot of leagues, like I was saying earlier, so it's easy to get a share here and there. But if we only did, let's say we did 6 leagues, I'd probably not going to take him at all. He's probably just going to be a full fade.
You wouldn't take one share?
If I was only doing 6 leagues? No, I don't think so. I think it'd be an easy fade. We know the ceiling, but the floor is so low. So
I got 2 shares of Ellie in these Gladiators.
And I think the floor, everyone just talks about the K rate and maybe his age and experience and things like that. How come we're so sure that's his floor? 190 in AAA. How come we're sure about that? I mean, what if he comes out and he improves his K rate like Bobby Witt did? What if he
if he improves his K rate, then that's not going to be his floor, right?
Right. So my point is, right now, everyone's sure this is overrated. He's what? How old is the guy? 21, 22? I don't know how old he is.
I don't think he's over. I don't think he's overdrafted. I think that there's just a way more of a range of outcomes with him.
There sure is. There sure is. But I guess my point is, until we get a bigger sample, I don't know that we know what his true floor could be. I mean, maybe we'll know by May, when he's hitting 180 and you're like, here it is. This is the floor we talked about. But what if he's hitting 240 and he starts 280? Let's say he starts off hot. Okay. Maybe he hits 190 in August, but it doesn't really matter because he's been hitting well so far. So nobody really gives it a lot of thought. But if he hit 190 in April, it would be a big deal, if that makes sense. Because it's always
I think at the beginning of draft season, people were like, "Oh, this guy could steal 70 bases," but you look at Acuna. I know it's an unfair comparison. He's stealing 70 bases, but how many singles and walks is he getting? Ellie's not getting that many walks. He's probably not going to be hitting in the top half of that lineup. So how many opportunities are you going to get? You saw him steal 3 bases in 1 inning, but that's not going to happen again. So it's a relatively short sample size. There was a period of time he was basically doing the same thing that Tommy Edman did. I want to say half the year he was basically Tommy Edman, and a not so great Tommy Edman, Tommy Edman comparing to Tommy Edman last year, not in Tommy Edman's Tommy Tanks days.
Right. No, I think the 70 steal idea is crazy. It's just crazy. Maybe in
Nice
a few
pick.
years if you see him improving, but I don't think immediately. Just because, I mean, sure, maybe it's a 1% outcome or something. It's not going to happen, not unless he's on base a ton.
So we had Corey Seager timeout and get selected.
There you go.
And
There you
then Wheeler was an auto as well. And the Wheeler pick was not an auto in the first round. So
Interesting.
that team, I should say. I don't think.
Hmm.
Oh no, actually they were. Maybe
Team
they
two
were.
was team two was an auto too, the first round.
They are off
Yeah.
auto.
They're
So
off
we have-
auto now?
Yep.
Team 2 is off auto. Yep. And we have 5 and 6 are both on auto. And they did auto the first round too. So I was mistaken there. And of course, the auto sniped me with Zach Wheeler, who I would have taken yet another share of. But
That's always annoying when the auto snipes you.
yeah, yeah, exactly. But they'll if they're going to stay on auto all draft, it'll get tough for them. So
You're also going to really be sitting pretty because when it comes back at you with 2 autos in front of you, you might have a lot of values laying right there.
So who's on auto right now? Can you clarify to me?
5 and 6.
Only 5 and 6?
Only 5 and 6.
yeah.
What do you think he's going to do here?
There it is. That's the pick. I was thinking about Pete Alonso. We've talked before about him, not on air or anything like that, but first base is generally a position I don't really like. But if I'm going to take a first base early, I actually do like Pete Alonso with that just ridiculously low BABIP he had last year. I think he's obviously going to be a much better average hitter this year. And then he's coming with 50 home run upside. So, yeah, I like that. I was considering him since I had Corbin Carroll in hand. I was considering Pete Alonso. The only guys I would take Pete Alonso with, though, is Corbin Carroll and Acuna. So, obviously, 2 guys that are good. Or, I'm sorry, and Bobby Witt. I'd be on board with that, too.
What's this guy doing? Timing out on the turn?
I don't understand it. I don't understand why.
That's bad etiquette right there.
No, he made his pick. He didn't time out, but use the whole clock. All right, we're back.
Okay.
Not bad.
Not a big fan of it, but it's okay.
He was indecisive if he took 60 seconds to do that. What do you think?
There's 3 possible ways Fish can go here. I know them. You think there's 3 possible players you're going to pick?
All right. I'll use the clock here. Who do you think who do you think?
You are between, I'll list them in order of, I think, probability for you. Glasnow, Altuve, Abrams.
Okay. AG, you got a guess?
Well, Altuve was definitely in there. In fact, that's who it is. But I suppose you could also switch it up maybe and go with like a Bo Bichette. You could even, I don't know, are you a Pablo Lopez guy this year?
Yeah, I like Pablo Lopez.
Yeah, so you can mix it up there, but it's Altuve and we all know it, so go ahead and click it and let's move on.
It's actually not Altuve. It is Bo Bichette.
Oh, I'll be darned.
I love Bo Bichette this year. I love him if I have Acuna or Carroll in hand. Obviously, we know the stolen bases aren't going to be kind of what we thought from a couple years ago. But I do think he can still get like 10 to 15 stolen bases. So shortstop is a disaster, in my opinion, after like the first like 5 rounds. So
well, you surprised me there, Fish.
Yeah. I've changed up a little bit, but I also, all the drafts I've been in with you, I've never had an Acuna, and I wouldn't take him with Witt as well because I just don't like taking 2 shortstops like that. But Corbin Carroll or Acuna in hand, I like Bichette in the 3rd a lot.
Oh, I like it. You've and like you said, shortstop really gets thin. I mean, everybody can talk about how they like shortstops later, but they've all got huge flaws. Right up here with these high-end shortstops, which I think we got Abrams left. That might be about it. And then it kind of slides a little. I don't know.
Well,
You started
Fish, I've been in. I should have maybe known. I've been in 10 Gladiators with you, Fish, and you've taken Bichette 3 times in the 3rd round.
How would you know that? Are you keeping like a dossier or something, or how would you know?
But
Yeah, I am.
But I bet a lot of those are towards the end of the 3rd.
You've taken him at pick 44, 37, and 41.
I mean, if you're interested, if you want to know about the pivot table.
44, 37, and 41. Yeah. So
the earliest I've seen you take him is 37. So like that is the earliest I've seen you take him. So that's why it's sort of you short-circuited me there.
Get your guys, see.
Got to keep you on your toes.
Get your guys.
Yeah, again, if I get a huge stolen base guy in the 1st round, I like a guy like Bichette in the 3rd. Just the amount of at bats, that elite batting average. He's going to have a better season with the counting stats. I just feel like, because I mean the whole team slumped last year, and Justin Turner there now to drive him in. Sign me up for Bo Bichette in the 3rd.
All right, AG, do you want me to tell you who your probability to pick there here is?
Go ahead. I've already got him in the queue. I'm ready to click on him. Who is it?
Hater.
No, are you ready?
Yep.
We got to negate old Ellie.
Ooh.
Get the average. Boost the average. Oh, we got a comment here.
Still there.
Comment here in the chat. World Series champion Red Sox 04 says, Gallon, I'll wait and take Carlos Rodon as my ace. Rodon is higher in the Steamer auction calculator than Gallon.
Rodon's pretty good.
What about the Bat X? Where does he fall in the Bat X?
Yeah. That's
a good question. Can we get Cardi on here to ask him, or
we could probably calculate that. See, should have gone Hater. I forgot that. I didn't even realize he fell that far.
Yeah, I thought that was a gift. I really needed the average. I didn't think I'd have a chance at him.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's I didn't even realize.
It gets me even more steals. So now I'm really sitting okay on the steals.
You're doing good. That was a good pick.
But I got to get to work here. Got to figure out something with the pitching here.
Yeah, you got to go pitcher here. Probably go closer, I'd imagine.
I don't know. The problem is it's a long wait, and the closers will be pretty picked over. So then I'd be looking at 3rd-tier closers, probably. 4th-tier closers. So
I guess I'm decent in the 5th round.
It kind of depends on, what everyone else is thinking. You got 2 autos there. I don't know. I don't know about that.
You might go Nola or closer.
Yes, I might go Nola. I don't have much Doval at all, and I might.
Because I have them all.
But I'm not a huge Doval guy. Well, good. There you go.
You should live stream this shit.
I won't say that name, but somebody's probably watching.
Anyway, it's gonna be on a delay.
Yeah. Okay. So here we go. Let's see what we're gonna do. So Nola, of course, you get tons of innings, decent ratios, good Ks, but nothing spectacular, right? He's just a guy. You already know what his ceiling is. So you ask yourself, do you want to go closer or do you want to try to shoot the moon? Because that's really that's what it is. Closer or shoot the moon. Nola's boring. I'm not here to do boring. So I'm going to try to shoot the moon here.
Oh, Yamamoto.
Yeah.
There we go. Let's get nuts.
My little ninja.
I actually don't have any Yamamoto.
Well,
I had some near the beginning, but not so much recently.
It's funny, when we start the draft season, we kind of, I don't know, it's just us, but in a lot of circumstances, we are picking our guys kind of where we want to pick them early on, and it kind of entrenches the ADP. I wonder, of course, when he signed, it gave him a little boost, but I wonder if he's not a little bit overpriced as well. But this is where he goes. Kind of the same thing as Ellie. This is where they go. If you don't want him, don't take him. But if you're waiting on a 6th-round Yamamoto, you'll never get it. If you're waiting on a 4th-round Ellie, you'll never get it. So whatever you think about them, you just have to decide if you want to get a share of them or not.
Yeah. AJ, we got a question for you here.
Okay. Does it put anyone else on tilt when you're debating between 2 players in the slow draft and the guy you passed on gets picked quickly right after you. If I was really, really conflicted, like let's say I took the whole clock and it was just killing me and I wanted both of them really bad, I would rather not see them go right away, because then it makes me feel, it makes you wonder, maybe if I had taken the other guy. But a lot of times it depends on your weight, right? So if your weight is a long wait, they're both going to be gone. But yeah, when they get picked right away, it does sting.
The answer is yes. And if you're not answering yes, there's something wrong with you.
Yeah. It's like, oh, what did I miss? Did I make a mistake?
Right. Especially a snap call, right? When they're sitting there with their hand on the mouse ready to click it.
Yeah. So there's the two autos.
Royce and Adley.
Royce and Adley. I'm just trying to. It's probably too early to worry about what other people are going to pick. I'm going to take a guy. I think. No, I'm not actually. I'm going boring again. Going back to the usual.
Are you really?
There you
go. Yeah, Bednar. I was going to go with a starting pitcher that's available.
I've not seen you take Bednar, Fish.
You haven't?
No, I didn't know where you're gonna. I didn't know what you were gonna do there.
That's because I take Duvall all the time.
I think I know where you're leaning next, or at least where you typically lean next. I won't say it till we get there, though.
Hey,
go ahead, AG.
I was gonna say I got a quick question for Zach. I'm up in a DC. What do you think about that Orelvis Martinez from Toronto? Do you think he's gonna play?
I don't know.
It's late,
I don't know. Was it the Blue Jay hat that's throwing you off here?
Yes.
I don't know. I don't have any special.
You're an insider.
Because I live in a city, I know more. I'm like an insider about the Blue Jays.
You're supposed to know everything.
Yeah, I love it. It's like, oh yeah, you live in. You're a fan of that team, so you're like a fantasy expert. I don't know. Honestly, I have no idea if he's going to be up. I think it's in the range of possibilities that they bring him up. Like it's like I don't see them if things are going well for him and they need him, they could bring him up. But I have no idea what's going to happen with him. Like have I taken him in a DC? No, I have not yet.
Gotcha. Okay, fair enough.
But I wouldn't fault the pick. What is he? He's shortstop eligible.
Yeah, he's just shortstop.
Yeah, at that point in the draft, I usually have like 4 shortstops by then. So I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm usually not leaving myself in a position to take another shortstop in like the round 40s because there's not too many that I like. So if like they're all gone, I don't really want to. It's not really my strategy. Oh, there's the guy that I thought you were going to take, Fish.
Senga. Okay, so obviously I love Senga, but I don't think I could take Senga with Gossman in hand. As much as I like Gossman, and he had obviously a really good year last year, his whip still has.
Okay, so you're taking free. Oh, there's the next guy that I was going to say you're going to take.
Reed. Okay,
so now snipe there.
I would not have taken Senga with Gossman. If I had maybe like Zach Wheeler, I would have taken Senga.
So I'm going to say, I don't know. I'm just going to throw it out there. You're going to pivot to McLean.
No, I'm going to go with the starting pitcher, and it's another guy with a low whip, Logan Webb.
Webb. Oh, okay.
He loves him.
Yeah, Gossman, as good as he was last year, he still had a 1.18 whip, which it's good, but as your ace, you gotta pay attention to that moving forward. So
what does Derek Carty project him to have though? That's the problem. That's the question. I'm not drafting off last year's whip. I'm drafting off of Carty's whip.
Yeah. Well, he was 1.23 in 2022. So I don't know.
That's what it was. I thought it was It was 1.23. I thought it was 1.18.
No, last 2 years, 1.18 and 1.23. Last 2 years.
Okay. The bat has him at. Where's his whip? The bat has him at 1.16. So all the projection systems have him outperforming his whip the last 2 years. So they're saying he got unlucky for whip. Not unlucky, but whatever.
Yeah, I mean 116 again. That's good, but it's not. It's not elite. So you got. I can't take
But the
another
projections for whip are not like they're a little bit higher than what you'll see in actuality.
Yeah, they can't predict someone to have like a 101. I mean, unless it's a superstar, they always go for the 50th percentile, outcome. So that's why you don't see anybody predicted to hit 50 homers or hit 320 or things like that.
So starting pitchers, if you're looking at the bat, because it's the best thing, it's the best projection system. Gosman, 17th. So he's got Julio Urias ahead of Gosman. So he's really 16th.
And he can get Julio Urias real late now.
Yeah,
especially these Gladiators. He's a fucking solid pick in round 23.
We got another auto here? Another auto. What's going on tonight?
World Series champion Red Sox 04.
Breaking news.
Again.
It's
Bad X says Judge ahead of J-Rod in auction calculator.
nonstop. All right, so what do I need here? What do I need?
Here's Don Rello says Rodon 1.03 whip according to Bjections. Yeah, Bjections. Very underrated projection.
Extremely underrated.
Too.
So the only thing is you got to pay for it, though.
Yeah. Got to pay for it. Absolutely.
All right. Let's see here. What do I want to do? Well,
let's go Tonjald.
Yeah.
Grayson's gone too. All your boys.
They took them all. They took all of them.
They took all your boys. Gilbert gone?
Yeah, they're all gone. They took them all.
They're all
gone. Gilbert's gone. Yeah.
Every last one of them. I'll tell you what I'm going to. I'm not going to do that.
Take a closey.
I know. It's so boring, though.
Take Clay Holmes. For
get your guy.
Try to get the whole rotation.
There we go. Okay.
There we go. Yeah,
I like that. That's a good pick, AG.
Mm-hmm. That's the problem. All your guys go.
Dr. Dave said Tommy John this year.
Is that right?
Throws 98. Tommy John.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Actually, I said that, but I was kind of joking.
It is not natural to throw 98, 99. It doesn't really work out for very many people. Starting pitchers, I guess I should qualify that. So I got to take either a reliever or a hitter here. I'm not going to go a third. What in the world's left?
Dom has a suggestion for you.
What is it? Yes, I might do that. Do that. He's the guru. He knows. Mm-hmm. You know what?
Wait, he's the bullpen guru though, not a starting pitching guru. So I wouldn't really take that for sure.
But where do starting pitchers warm up?
Yeah, well, you know what? You got me there. Just
can't hurt your ERA and whip.
Tonjal, do me a favor. Just throw Ohtani as a pitcher just to play with fire here, just in case. See if we remember.
Let's see.
I'd like to do that.
Let's see if he can still go there. Refresh the board. Refresh the board, Fish.
Get Ohtani yellow. Wait, bleep that out.
He hasn't been yellow in so long. He probably loves it.
Okay. Let's not get canceled here.
Boom, boom, boom.
There we go. We got him yellow.
There he is. I got 3 starting pitchers right now.
Yep.
Now what? This guy next to me, he's just going crazy.
Take Ozuna. So you can put him in utility and you can't put Ohtani back.
You're diabolical.
Dom was on the same page.
Yeah, you guys are right. You can do it.
Yep.
Yeah, he's good. Well, I'm going to have to do something with saves here. Tonjal. Just keep my yellow bricks going.
There we go. Your guy. Get your guys.
Okay, get Otani blue again. I don't.
Is it making you nervous?
Yeah, it's making me nervous now.
Okay, reload it.
Get Otani blue again.
I don't want to get blamed for that.
All right.
Get Ozuna.
It was a nice little risky play while we did it.
Yeah, but
Made me feel dangerous.
it's like driving to the next exit when you're almost out of gas.
Yeah, I like getting down to 0.
What's going on with the pitchers down on this end of the draft?
Well, how about that?
There.
Look at that.
Team 11
That's
says,
an
I want
interesting
good catchers and you can't stop me.
I don't mind it, actually.
Good for
Get
him.
him out of the way. Now you don't have to worry about it. Soto, Albies.
So, who was the let's see. So Joe Ryan was an auto,
He wasn't
but he wasn't
an auto
timeout.
based on AD. It wasn't an auto based on ADP. He must have had him in the queue
Yeah.
because Ryan's ADP is not that high.
I don't think
Not
he
ahead.
timed out either. I think he just,
It's not ahead of Trouty.
you know. How many gladiators are you going to end up with, Zach?
All of them.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's
Maxed.
right. Max. Are you the only one? Did anybody else max that you know of? You don't have to say their name.
I believe. No, I
Just
don't
say-
think they match.
Okay. I didn't
I think
think
Thurman and Heege are the guys that had the next most. You're probably up there. Your Ponce up there.
No, I'm not. I'm not up there.
But I couldn't even join this draft. I was maxed out. Like I was not allowed in by the site.
Oh boy.
AG is on the clock.
Dom, I'm trying to do a pod here. Okay. Okay. I'm up.
He's got a point here.
It's true story.
MTM's been on fire this week. I have to admit.
Yep. He's having a good week.
He definitely has been on fire. So we got the autos coming up here. I'm curious to see who will be remaining for them here. I'm a little disappointed because I actually have a little bit of interest in both of these guys that are at the top of the queue, or at the top of the rank list or ADP list, whatever you want to call
Let's
it.
just hope Team 6 gets another hitter here. There we go.
Yeah, they will. The two
There you
hitters.
go.
Here we go.
Nice and Falk try.
Here comes the next one.
Walker.
Okay, so here we go. Now this is why you build a nice average, so you can land a guy like this. You know what I'm going to take, Zach?
Oh, there he
I
goes.
don't know. I haven't pulled up
Cruz.
your thing yet.
He's gonna, oh no, you can't take Cruz. You got Bichette. Who are you gonna take?
Say Schwarber.
There you go. There we go. Yeah.
Schwarbombs.
You've taken Schwarber only once in 10 drafts with me. Oh no, twice. You took him in around 7 one time too.
Yeah, usually round 7 is where I would prefer to shop with him. But
You wanted that power.
yeah, I need to get back in the power game a little bit. Carroll and Bichette, maybe, what is that, 50 home runs between those two?
Yeah, I'm trying
Maybe.
to think of where you're gonna go next. You looking pitcher or hitter next, Fish? Actually, you don't want to say. You don't want to tell these guys what's going on.
Probably hitter. If I go pitcher, it would probably be a closer.
I've only seen you take 2 different hitters around this spot that are remaining.
I definitely have my eyes on a couple guys here. There's
Sorry
2
for me,
hitters.
I don't see the queue.
Well, Brian Reynolds was somebody I was considering in round 7.
Yeah.
He just went. So.
Yeah, he was one of the guys I've seen take, but he's not available, obviously.
Yeah. There's a guy that's probably a little past ADP that I am actually fading, so I'm probably not going to take him. You know who that is, Zach?
I don't know who's left, but guy that you're fading. It's hard for me to see. Who's left on the board? Is it a hitter or
Still-
pitcher?
A hitter that I'm fading. That's
I Who would you be fading as a hitter around here?
Steals
I don't
bases.
know.
He steals
Steals
bases.
He plays 3 positions.
Oh, Kim.
Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Yeah. He would make sense, I feel like, with my build.
He
but
wasn't
I
one of the
just-
two that I was thinking that you're going to take.
No, I'm not going to take him. Well, I mean, yeah.
I think
I'm
you'd
probably
rather
not
take a
gonna
guy. I think you'd rather take a guy with a similar skill set after him in ADP.
Similar skill set.
Okay.
Like
He's
he's at
going after
ADP right now?
He's going after Kim, but I think you prefer him to Kim.
I'm not so sure that this isn't streaming to the rest of our league.
I'm going to
right?
guess you're talking about Bryson Stott.
Yeah, I think he'd be second on your list of people to grab here.
No, I actually have another guy in mind. I do like Stott, but
I think Walker's your guy.
Jason is
wow,
not-
Andres Jimenez there. Okay, all right.
Jason's
Yes, Christian
not-
Walker is one of the guys I was considering, but I am going to continue to push first base.
Oh,
I like
Interesting.
oh, you
this
know.
guy right here.
Oh, that's why I thought you were going to take.
Yeah, but now look who's going to time out. Look who they're going to get here now. Boom! Now the auto finally comes in.
Boom. Wow.
Yeah, Torres probably wouldn't have come back around.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, I can tell you he wouldn't have. I'm not going to. I would have taken him
What do you
with
think Torres goes in main events this year?
6th or 7th round. I think he might even go in the 6th.
Toppy. He's going to go at least in the 6th round. He's going to be in the 5th round in some main events, just by how things are trending with him.
Yeah. Yep. The thing is, with the pitching pushing, there's only room for so many hitters to pump up. You know, a lot of hitters are gonna either stay where they're at or fall.
That's right, DuPont. I've seen people put. I've seen. Yeah, I agree. Press is a steal. I think I've seen some really good players push up Glaber. Like I was in a draft with the King. He pushed up Glaber, so like he moves markets. So I could see him.
Yeah, the King.
Yeah. The King took Glaber in the last draft I was in with him. So sorry, King, I'm outing you, but I could see him moving up. You're not gonna get him that cheap again.
Well, he'll move up just because people know the King took him now.
Exactly.
What
are you thinking here, AG? How are you feeling about your team so far?
Well, I'm okay with it. I wasn't crazy about Munoz, but I just had to do something there due to the weight. I honestly, now in hindsight, wish I had waited on the closer. So at this point, options right now for me, which I don't know who all's watching this. I got a couple hitters in mind here. I'll withhold my thoughts until it gets close to my pick. But probably go hitter pitcher on this turn for me.
So I just want to point something out here that's kind of interesting that I thought was interesting. You look at the second baseman that went in this round and you can include Kim in that group. It goes Kim, Jimenez, Torres, Stott. ADP, from what if I recall correctly, is Kim, Stott, Jimenez, Torres. From what I recall, at least what it was at first. I think that could just be completely shaken up. You know how different these gladiators are than like main events. I think that order and like rounds could be completely thrown through a loop when it comes down to the big drafts. After AG picks here, I want to hear what you guys have to say about that.
Yeah, no, I actually agree with you. I think a lot of those 4 players right there that just went in this round, those second basemen, I think they're all team dependent. I think if you're behind in stolen bases, you're looking to grab Jimenez or Stott or Kim. And if you're like, I have, Carroll, so I feel like I'm, pretty set, not set with stolen bases, but I'm off to a good start. I'm not like behind there. So I can take, the Gladiator Torres 10 to 12 stolen bases. That's fine. and I need to get caught up a little bit more in power. And I think, Gleiber's probably a 25 home run bat, whereas Jimenez and Stott are probably 15 home run bats, and same with Kim. So that's kind of what my thought process with it.
Yeah. I could see Kim being the last of those three from what I've seen. And this is not my opinion. This is what I'm seeing, how the market's, I've been in a lot of drafts. This is how I'm seeing the market moving. I think Torres is going to be a 5th round pick in the big drafts. And I think Jimenez is going to jockey ahead of Stott, which you've seen here. And I think Kim's going to lag a bit too in the big drafts. I think that position eligibility is pushing him up in some of the DCs. And
for sure,
plays some best balls. Obviously, he gets a little bump, but Jimenez, I can see. I think Jimenez is going his ADPs after Stott. I see those flipping, and I see Torres moving up quite a bit. At least, I think you're gonna. I think if you're in the main events, you're going to see yourself that those Schwarber Torres picks are going to be flipped at least, don't see why Torres really goes ahead of behind Trout in the mains either.
There's always somebody that likes Trout, though. There's always somebody.
I'll take that back. You're right.
But yeah, I mean, if
maybe Yelich.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, Brian Reynolds, I feel like is very similar to a Gleyber Torres. I think they do already go kind of close to each other, but I feel like they're kind of skill set wise very similar. Kind of like that 25 and 10 to 15 bat. I actually like another second baseman that's still on the board, probably more at his ADP than all the ones that just went. Cattell, I think Cattell's like severely undervalued. Could I take him at middle infield coming up here? Yeah, I'd be fine with that, I think. But he's another guy that doesn't steal much. I think he had 8 steals last year. It's just nice to see him finally stay healthy for the majority of the season. So
it's amazing the way our game is set up, how steals completely dominate ADP.
Yeah, that's the 5x5.
Yeah, I mean, it just puts guys up. I mean, look, Lane Thomas. If he didn't steal, where would you take Lane Thomas? If he had like 3 steals, where would you take him? He'd be like an 18th round pick or something.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of crazy the way just a few steals is such a huge difference. Huh?
Yeah. Be like Brandon Nimmo would probably just go just ahead of him.
Yeah, Nimmo would go ahead of him. Yeah. So, or around him anyway. I wonder if, the general philosophy is to spread your steals out, or at least keep trying to get them, as long as you can, until the options run out. I wonder if SGP wise, all these steals are worth the draft capital you spend on them, in the mid and early. I mean, of course, in the first 2 rounds, these are wonderful players, but in the mid rounds here, where you're prioritizing Lane Thomas over Castellanos, or I'm just looking at the board. I wonder if that's necessary. I think you're just trying to get it done because of the anxiety of it. But I wonder if it's really necessary to spend the draft capital that we do on these middling guys. What's the guarantee that he'll steal the same, again?
The problem with I think the problem with the projections, and it's really hard to figure this out, is like they're projecting those SGPs based on like a conglomeration of all the roto categories. Whereas if you carved out Lane Thomas and say what are his stolen bases worth, what are his runs worth, what are his RBIs worth, you're going to get to a different number than you would if you just combine it. So I think it's like the SGP that you see on Fangraphs is oversimplified. So I think some of the categories are overvalued, some of the categories are undervalued, depending on your league format, depending on the preferences of your opponents. That obviously starting pitching gets pushed up in the NFBC, and I think stolen bases do too. So I think anyone with stolen bases are like the stolen bases are my gut says are undervalued in those SGP calculations on like Fangraphs.
Yeah. Do you feel like the projection systems totally account for the true? I mean, I'll say this: all the projection systems are trying to be conservative, right? Nobody's ever going to. The outliers will never come up in a projection system, but I think that everyone drafts assuming a good outcome, right? So nobody's drafting hoping that a player gives them the 40th percentile. Everybody's expecting them to do maybe what they did last year or whatever, the ideas are for this year. Nobody drafts on the lower outcomes, but yet the projection systems are middling outcomes. So it's kind of crazy how everybody values these steals over. So for instance, Mike Trout, of course he gets hurt, but he also doesn't steal. And so he's just dropping like a rock. And I think if he stole 20 bases, Mike Trout would be a third round pick.
Yeah, I think it's. I don't do enough work on this, like to really talk.
I don't either. It's just occurring to me.
But I'm just thinking right now, and I'm thinking like, yeah, like you have all these projection systems, and the projection systems are fine in and of themselves. I don't think any one is greater than the other. Like they're not gonna. No one's pointing you to any sleepers. They all have Pete Alonso at like whatever 35 home runs, 40 home runs, whatever. No one's really taking a risk when they do the projection systems. They're all
right.
It's all the same shit basically, but they are useful to get a starting base. Now, like that will give you a projected value of what they're worth, but that there's sort of two iterations how that sort of changes, because one, like the way that stats are drafted throughout the draft, like stolen bases are really pushed up, so you need to get them earlier. So those I think become more valuable, and then like their projections sort of work out to in that calculator because of where they're sort of shaking out in the draft, what positions you can get them from. And there's a lot of different components, but also like how you build your team. Like those, like Fish, you drafted Carroll first. And as soon as you draft Carroll, like CJ Abrams already like once you have him on your team, he already, his value already changes for you. So it's like, you have it in those projection systems are great, but then you got to really, it's about knowing how to draft well. So it's like, you got to know your macro environment, how things are going to be, how the ADP is. So you got to look at the value and you look at ADP, how those correlate. And then also how you, like on the micro level, your own team, right? So it's a constantly changing thing. And you took Berger pretty early there.
Yeah, I did. I have some guys in mind for the next couple of rounds, so let's get.
So you're loading up on the power here, and you know what, you needed to.
Yeah. I have some guys in mind here for the 10th and 11th. So if I wanted Berger, normally I would take him in the 10th, but I obviously love Berger, so I got some other guys in mind for the next couple of picks. But I was going to take Yandy Diaz right there in the 9th.
Yandy? No, I like that. I like either of those picks. Round 9, yeah. You're getting your guys. But just back to my point. My main point is like I don't think the like when you look on Fangraphs and you go to the auction calculator, that number, I think it's a very like I don't know, misleading number. Like I don't think it's super useful.
Burger King. Back to back.
Yeah, it's funny. Like we were saying on my Bichette pick, was I going to take CJ Abrams? You guys had mentioned that, and if I got J-Rod, I would have taken CJ Abrams. If I had Mookie Betts, I would have taken CJ Abrams.
Okay, so here I've got another interesting question for conversation. When you draft, and I realize this is all personal feel of how you feel your team steals will end up. are you drafting to finish top 3, 4, 5 in steals, or are you drafting to be middle of the pack? Because I don't think anybody's drafting for the lower half of the steals category, but are you ever trying to win steals or finish 1, 2 in steals? Do you ever do that on purpose to say, I want all the steals, I want to get a high number in steals? Or are you just trying to be respectable in steals? Does that make sense?
I guess it kind of depends on who my first pick is. Like, no, I did not do a good. There's still a lot of draft left, but like if I take Corbin Carroll, I'm off to a huge lead. I don't want to then finish mid pack in steals. You know what I mean? Like that needs to be a strength of mine. I feel like otherwise I kind of wasted the pick. I feel like.
But you on the other side of the coin? Couldn't you say that he gives you a lot of latitude to go a lot of different ways now because you're already guaranteed to be? Let's say if you take Carroll, let's just assume you're at least going to be middle of the pack in steals, right? You know, I'm talking about in a league.
Yeah.
Not necessarily talking about an overall, just in a league, you know.
Yeah, unless you completely neglect it, which would make no sense because then why would you take Carroll that early? You know, if you're going to completely neglect steals, then there's no reason to take Carroll. But yeah. AG is on the clock here, under the gun.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get to work here on. I'm gonna try to mix it up here a little bit. Let's
take Esteury Ruiz.
I have one share. You know how I got him?
Auto, hopefully.
Yeah, auto. Yeah. There's always one person that can't wait to get him though.
Best deals World Series champion says best deals available. Highest ranked starting pitcher on the board is Rodon. For the bat, highest ranked is starting pitcher is Verlander. So Rodon or Verlander?
Yeah. Yeah, Torque. I like that. I thought about him. Torque. A little first base run to end the 8th round. I wonder if Team 2 would have taken Casas. Because if Team 2 would have taken Casas, then maybe Yandy could have slipped to me in the 9th. And then everybody could be happy. But that's all right.
Where's Yandy? Did he go? Oh, he went in the 8th.
Yeah.
I would have taken him. No, that wasn't
no
anymore.
No. I would have taken him.
I'm pretty sure that I know where AG is going here.
I don't think you do because I'm doing something I don't normally do.
Oh, did something you're not normally do?
Right. You'll see. I mean, I had a starting pitcher in mind. No. It's a catcher.
Nah.
Team 14's watching, so let's see if he snipes it.
Punt catcher, AG.
Shouldn't have said it then.
I could.
Just straight up lied. Should have said it's a starting pitcher.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should have. It doesn't really matter. Whatever he does, I'll just go look to something.
It's got to be Ruiz. You got to take Ruiz. Oh, Jackson Churio. Okay. I was thinking about him.
No, so kind of been doing a little thinking about this guy, and I think I'm starting to get a couple shares of him here and there. And
there we go.
10th round, I think it's a decent value.
And that's the guy that does that tilt you, AG?
No.
I thought you were going to go over.
You know how much over I have?
I'll take the over.
That's the good thing about doing all the drafts we do, Zach, is you're just like, do you know how much Churio you and I have? When Team 14 took Churio, I was like, that's fun. Yeah, here we go. He's.
Pat X says Jose Abreu over Casas. I like all these comparisons we're getting here.
Yes.
This guy's all over it.
World Series champions, Red Sox 04. Hell of a contributor.
Yeah. Anonymous. What are you thinking, Fish? It's coming to you. What are you looking for now?
Well, I'm actually really happy with the 2 autos in front of me because it's a lot of players that I'm not considering.
And
So,
you don't have to say a player, but are you thinking pitcher or hitter, or you don't want to say? There he goes.
maybe one of each.
Okay.
Definitely. So I definitely have a couple hitters in mind. Actually, I don't know on the pitchers. I don't really know if there's any pitchers that I like right here. I might be going back-to-back hitters.
That's the problem. Once you get past a cliff of pitchers here, it's just like, what's the hurry? But then others keep taking the pitchers, and it
I just
just
put in the chat. I think those are my 2 hitters for you, Fish. I put it in the chat. I don't want to say it because I know people
Okay.
might be listening.
You got one of them.
Yeah.
And yes, and we're going to see here. We're 1 pick away because the 2 autos are going to get neither one of those guys. All right, we're going to get them. We are going to land one of the guys you said, Zach. Sean Murphy.
okay.
Towards the end of the 10th. Love that. I know some people are concerned about the 50-50 playing time, but I don't know. I think Darno was just so bad last year that I think the playing time is going to shift a little bit more in Murphy's favor, and just sign me up all day for a piece of that offense.
Yes. And they don't even hit him at the bottom. They hit him kind of dead in the middle of it. So
It was a good battle last year with the Guilds and Frank and Kev. About Sean Murphy and Denard. I don't know. I forgot who took what side though. I don't even remember. But there's a nice battle.
Guilds was on Darno, and yeah.
What did he say?
Those guys are always having nice battles.
What was the bet or whatever?
But we also had I remember we also had Sleep in the Bus telling us to drop Sean Murphy for I forget who.
Is that true?
Yeah,
yep.
That is true.
I forget who they said to drop him for though. Some hot takes on Sean Murphy last year. I remember that.
Well, he was woeful for about 2 months, but you can't. I mean, there's nothing else out there. I don't know if you're going to drop him. But yeah,
was it Francisco Alvarez that you were saying to drop him for? That would have been legitimate.
That would have been all right.
That would have been a legitimate take. I just don't remember what they said.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
But man, like if you're in a 10-team league, you could have dropped him, I guess.
There's an outside shot that I'm doubling up here.
I heard, so without getting too deep into everything, with all the stuff that's happened, I heard today, and I don't know if it was a tweet or I don't know if it was our chat or whatever, that they're ahead of last year on signups for everything, for DCs, for everything. So that's awesome.
DCs? Really?
I think that's what I heard.
The CLQ is really
it's really beefed up. Yeah. Because
everyone has those for the mains. Everyone's signing up earlier than they would have with that.
How about that? I am doubling up. How about that? Francisco
Frank
Alvarez. Yeah.
You got what you wanted.
Yeah. I was not expecting Moreno and Jonah Heim to go in front of him.
No, that's interesting.
The batting average has come down a little bit from the strong start, so we're gonna have to dip back in there.
Luckily, you have a strong start.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a player, and I don't think he's gone yet. Which is, oh no, he did. Sorry, I was looking for George Springer. He went a while ago. CLQ, baby.
Go.
CLQ is driving this for us.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. And that's wonderful because, no matter what you say about all the crap that's happened, the actual platform and Greg, it's been great. I mean, we all love it. It's like a community, and everybody kind of rallies through this. And I think everybody just you had to like it's almost like a death in the family. You had to go through the grief of it. But I think now that we're kind of, we're waiting on some other things to happen. But I think everybody's kind of coming out of the doldrums here and feeling like let's just get back into draft season and let's have fun. Let's not spend any more time, dredging up all the crap. Let's just get back to drafting and being happy.
Let's make fantasy baseball fun again. This is when we need to make fantasy baseball fun again.
Hey Zach,
Yeah,
absolutely. Come on. Let's do it.
If we've ever needed it, if we've ever needed fantasy baseball to be fun, it's now.
It is now.
But man, yeah, all that shit happened. Don't really have all the details. I really don't want to rush to judgment at all in terms of anything yet. But man, you play on DraftKings, anything is on the table with any of these fucking sites. Online poker, it's not just this obviously got uncovered, but I'm not people are like, oh, I don't trust this. I don't trust any of these sites completely.
That's right.
None of them.
Let me ask you this. Okay, we know that from now forward, there will be controls in place. There will be safeguards so that this doesn't ever happen again. Is anyone else putting safeguards in? Is anyone else auditing their site to see if anyone has done anything wrong? Is anyone else even commenting on their site? No. So frankly, at this point, of course, retroactively, you'd like to know what happened, but at this point, who better to go with than who we're going with moving forward?
It's like what Mike Ovier said. It's like the best time to fly on a plane is after 9/11.
Yeah. I don't know. It's an analogy anyway.
No, but it's all about your risk tolerance. If I were to be playing the Titanium, right, for $50,000,
are you or are you not in it?
I haven't signed up for it yet. But if I were to play a $50,000 buy-in league, would I trust any site? No, too much money. It's I'm not confident. I don't trust the human element in any of these sites. I'm playing a lot of leagues for a good chunk of money, but I'm sort of okay with I'm not. I don't have an expectation to win every year, and I do. I think this is a fun hobby, but do I trust anything? No. I played online poker. I played whatever $50, $100 buy-ins on online poker, and I sort of knew that it was fucked. I put the money in kind of knowing that this is probably rigged when I was playing online poker.
Right.
And I still did because, and I mean, I don't know. Whatever. I'm not going to get into that, but I don't know. I don't. Just play. Just fucking grow a pair and just fucking keep playing. That's what I'm saying. Unless something is uncovered that it's going to completely shock me, just fucking play. Grow a sack.
Right. Well, I mean, my point was, I think everyone is, and I think everybody's, has got some faith in everything going forward. But my point was, if you went to another site, another money site, what are they doing? They don't even have the controls in place that this one does moving forward. So I don't know, unless you're just your feelings are hurt and you just can't get over it. And I don't even know. I know they canceled the team, so I don't even think there's anything done money wise with it. So, but we'll see whatever happens. But I really do think it's the place to be moving forward. That's my point.
It's a great pick, Rodon. It was a fantastic pick here.
There you go. I'm sure World Series champs 04 is going to love that pick.
No, he won't love it because he went way too late. World Series champs would love that pick if he went in round 7.
Well, He can lead people to lead horses to water, but he can't make them drink.
Well, you know what? Like, imagine taking Justin Steele over Carlos Rodon. That's going to look pretty dumb. Come May.
Yeah. Good luck with that one.
When Carlos Rodon's mustache, Dustin like batters 14, 15 strikeouts a game. Throwing just as hard as he always did.
That's pretty late for Ian Happ, I feel like.
What is the bat? I want to see what the bat X has for Rodon, or the bat, whatever it is.
Yeah, I'd be curious.
Are they as high on him? No, they're not.
Hard to believe.
Well, who is the most accurate projection system?
ATC.
Yeah.
What?
ATC in the bat.
Bejections?
Bejections, yeah. Bejections.
Oh, yeah, Bejections. Yes.
Do you guys subscribe to Bejections?
BJ
Always number one in our heart.
Bejections. If it's Bjorn, Bejections.
BJ Actions.
AG, really, it's the first time I've ever heard you take Vinny P.
I know. I just thought I'd mix it up here. Just try to get a share of him before draft season's over. If I'm going to go out to the stadium, I at least want to have one share. You know?
Yeah. It's a good pick.
What do you guys think for the Super Bowl? I heard that the line went down from Chiefs. We're getting 2.5. Now the Chiefs are +1. It went down quite a bit.
I'd like to see Taylor Swift play in the Super Bowl. And
who the hell took Nick?
how do you think she'd fare? I think we should ask Chris Liss how Taylor Swift would fare playing running back for the Chiefs.
He had quite a conversation about it today.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to see plenty of her, that's for sure.
This is a brutal round for me.
Oh, that was your guy too?
Those last 3 picks, not good. Not good for the old team 4.
Oh,
you got to boot and rally. Come on. Who are you gonna get?
I mean, I got some guys in mind.
Take the old steady.
There goes another one. Thank God for the 2 autos here. Although this auto coming here is going to be a good one.
Is it?
Unless they already have it filled.
Yeah, not bad.
Oh, that's not even who was at the top. They probably already have UT. They already have UT filled? Yeah, they already have UT filled.
How do they have UT filled? Who's the UT?
They have 3 Bellinger, Goldschmidt, and CES.
But Bellinger can go to the outfield.
Oh, that's true.
But does the software put him to the outfield?
Oh, I wonder if the software won't pivot him to the outfield for it.
So there's a guy here that's just going a little bit too late, and I think I might have to scoop him.
Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Don't do it to him. Are you going to do it?
Mondesi?
No. Hey, I just got to do it.
Bauer outage?
Give me some Marcel right here.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what to think about that.
Nice pick.
What are we going to do on pitching?
It's going too late. Well, we're in a little trouble because they all just got taken. I thought I was going to be able to get Pavetta. That didn't happen. I actually thought there was an outside shot at Chris Sale, but I don't know. Maybe his ADP is going up a little higher than I thought. Barrios is always a target for me, and he already went.
Yeah. You're going to take your guy here if he comes back around, probably. How many outfielders you got? Yeah, you need outfield, but you also need some pitching.
Yeah, I need pitching. I need some speed, but no, I know who you're talking about with my guy. I think I know, anyways.
You've only taken him in 2 of the 10 leagues you've been in together. Oh, no, 2, 5, no 5. You have 50. 6.
Right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but you take him
now that he's gone.
That's kind of early for him.
I heard that he might not start the season because of the Tommy John or whatever he had.
Oh no, he'll be fine. He's tougher than that.
Is that right?
I don't know. I'm hoping.
Because I actually did hear that he was behind schedule or something like that. I guess we'll see in spring, won't we?
Yeah.
Nothing you can. We've been drafted for 3 months in the dark. What the hell's the difference at this point?
So I'm kind of getting behind in stolen bases a little bit here.
You're gonna be fine.
Well, there goes the pitcher that I was thinking. So now, I mean, times are tough.
Remember how much Hunter Brown I took last year? He was a piece of shit.
Scroll down a bit. I can't see.
You're
scroll
taking a little early.
the draft.
Oh yeah, you gotta scroll it, Fish. You can't see the.
I think I know who it is, but it's hard to see. Take Bryce Miller.
I actually don't have any Bryce Miller.
It's high time.
Yeah. Him or Wu. Zach, you can pick for me. Brian Wu or Bryce Miller. You can make a selection for me.
They go back to back pretty much.
I don't know. Let's see here.
You're gonna have to pull a trigger.
You don't have any of either of them.
No, I don't have any of either. In any league, pick quick.
Pull it.
Miller. Go Miller.
Right.
Barely got him in.
Just under the wire.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of my guys got taken. I probably waited a little bit too long for that to get back into the starting pitcher pool. But I don't know. That's a good discussion. Brian Wu or Bryce Miller? I don't have a strong lean either way.
I don't really have a strong lean. I don't know. I just said something.
I think I'm Miller over Wu myself, but I think it depends on the person. I wonder what I
suggested
Miller what the bullpen guru likes. That's all that matters.
Baseball.
Savali, that was the other guy. Savali is another guy that I listed as well.
Oh yeah, I got him in the queue. AG will probably take him now.
Of course. Yeah, he might take Wu if he makes it up to him.
I'll take Wu if he makes it to me, but he won't make it.
Isaac Paredes, middle of round 13. Seems like a pretty good little value there. I'm just trying to think like what I would do different had I taken CJ Abrams over Bo Bichette, because obviously you get off to a huge.
We can't cry over spilled milk. Okay?
No, I'm saying like Kyle Schwarber would be off my board then if I take Abrams over Bichette probably. I wouldn't want to have two, probably batting average drains. I don't expect CJ Abrams to hit for a super high average. Maybe 260 or so, but
yeah.
But I wouldn't be chasing any speed. You're just going to kind of come into with Corbin Carroll, and
you're chasing some speed now, man.
I am.
And you're chasing some average a little bit too. So you start. It's like you had the good start with the speed and average, and then you can afford to take a little break. But I think you need to get the pedal back on the metal right now, Fish.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely have some batting average guys.
Tone Gell's doing well. He's got a good balance. Tone Gell's doing good. He's got a good balanced hitting team. Probably needs to dip into the pitching here, though.
You're about to see it. Well,
especially a second closer.
Yeah, Tone Gell's got real strong hitting, really strong balanced hitting here. He wants that guy that guy falls to him. It's
crazy if he makes it, but I don't think he will.
You just don't want to get double sniped here.
Right.
He won't. I think you'll get one of the two that you talked about, right?
The double snipe.
No, I'm gonna get my guy. Looks like this guy surely is not going pitcher. He needs to address some hitting.
You never know.
You never know.
Never know in these drafts. He went with a pitcher.
Wow.
He went for a pitcher, but not the right one.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I have a blind spot for Braxton Garrett. I haven't got any of him. I'm surprised how high he's going. I don't know. It's just a total blind spot.
I don't hate him. I just kind of, I don't know. It's like he doesn't do much for me.
Doesn't strike out enough batters. Not on a good team. Not a long track record. I don't know. He's fine. I mean, you're taking him in the 13th. I mean, it's not a big deal, but.
There goes Yoshida. So Yoshida was a guy that I was actually thinking about taking.
Just to go back to Braxton, like, what's their roster look like? Like, he's got enough like question marks to be going that high to begin with, but like, let's say he doesn't do that well. Let's say he's struggling at first. They got Luzardo, they got Yuri, they got Edward Cabrera, they got Trevor Rogers, and they got what's his face coming back from Tommy John, and they're putting AJ Puck. So they got like 7 options there, like including Braxton Garrett. Do I think he's going to get like usurped by like all those guys? No, but like, given that, I don't know, like if he's not starting off super strong and gets like a little nicked up, I don't know. It's like, given the competition there, he doesn't have a huge leash to be taken in the 13th round. I want somebody that's for sure like in that rotation. Like, is he locked in? Like for now, yes, but like for like, how many fuck ups can he have? Like if he has like 3 bad starts of his first 5, and like what's his name? The guy coming back from Tommy John, Max Meyer.
Yeah.
AJ Puck's doing well. Max Meyer's doing well. The other 4 guys are doing decent. Like, fucking see you later.
Yeah, he'd have to pitch pretty bad to pitch his way out of that rotation.
Yeah.
There's less talented people than him that'll go first, I would think.
Like on that team?
Yeah. Who's the rotation? You got Yuri, Garrett,
Luzardo,
Okay, those are the top 3. Who else?
Trevor Rogers, Edward Cabrera.
Edward Cabrera's fucking horrible. He's so bad.
Dude, that's just like your opinion.
It's just like your opinion, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
AG is on the clock. You got to get a closer.
I know it. I know it.
God damn it.
What?
Fish, you need a closer?
I'll be right back.
What's that, Zach?
You need a closer still?
Nope, I got 2 closers.
So there was a heated debate about a potential closer. There's a comment about Braxton Garrett. Okay, I stand corrected. I don't know. Those are good stats.
Yeah,
fair enough.
Yeah, I think Garrett's definitely better than Cabrera.
Those are valid points. I'm just saying, like, if he fucks up, then there's a lot of people that could take his place pretty easily. Yeah. But they got to play good. So you know what? Good point. Like, do I think Braxton Garrett's going to lose his rotation? No. I'm not saying that's likely the case. There was a heated debate about a pitcher that was or a relief pitcher that might be going too early or too late, and I don't think he's off the board.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Let's not talk about things right now.
I know what you're talking about.
Another subject, okay?
Let's not talk about things.
Yeah, let's talk about other things.
I can't believe AG didn't take him. What
I know. Let's just be quiet about it and let's talk about some other things.
Ugh.
We won't talk about Robert Suarez.
I'm just kidding. All right, here we go. We're going back to the autos. 2 picks and then 2 autos. Here we go. Let's
go. What are you looking for? What are you looking for, Fish? Tell me who you want so we can see if you get
I got my eye on a guy. Here we go. One time.
Eye on the prize.
All right.
One of my most rostered players.
Do you have any Darvish this year?
I had a couple like very early shares, but I've pivoted off.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just waiting to hear. There's been like no news, I feel like.
I know that's the problem.
Come on, Kirby. Don't do it to me.
He's going to get you.
This is big. I need this guy. We just talked about what I need.
Okay. I know who you want.
Well, that ain't.
There we go. There we go.
I know who you want.
I'm in the clear of the 2 autos. Who do you got,
SK?
Zach?
SK?
Yeah.
SK?
Oh, you're
Here we
normal.
go.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Oh yeah. There we
You're
go.
back.
There we go.
SK.
You're
There
back.
we go.
That's who we needed.
back.
That's who we needed on the squad. Now we're fucking back.
Once you said most rosters, I'm like, yep, you need the average. There you go. That guy just fell into your lap.
Some
Average,
steals.
What,
20 steals.
What a pick.
Yeah.
what a
Needed
pick.
it.
It's a fine pick.
Now the question is, do I take the guy that AG wants since he took Savali on me?
Why would you do that? Why would you do that, Fish? You don't even need him. I mean, we're trying to have a nice draft here.
No, I actually got. I think I. Let me see here.
You don't even need him. You actually need a starter.
I do need a starter.
I think I know what you should. I think I know what you might want to do here, Fish. I'll put it into our chat so I don't have to say it.
I'm falling a little behind here on a couple things, but I needed that Quan pick. Oh, Lars Newbar. Okay, that was actually a guy that I was going to take.
Yeah.
What about what I just wrote in the chat?
Let's see here.
Is that okay? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yep. Not a bad play.
I'm not a fan, Zach. I'm not a fan of him.
No,
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
you've taken him in. You've taken him in 20% of the leagues I've been with. In the Gladiators, I've been with you. But you're not a fan.
I mean, yeah, I have a couple shares. I don't know. I'm not a.
Don't like it. No, not a big fan of him.
I bet you those are my only 2 shares that I have.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I don't know. AG, do you have a first baseman? I can talk about you. Oh yeah, so you're good. Okay, so
I can't even take
Nate
another
Lowe.
because I have Otani.
Nate Lowe is who you're talking about. I just don't like the ground balls. So many ground balls. It's just going to limit your power potential so much. I don't know. I guess
what I like about him. He hits lefties and righties equally. He plays every day. He's extremely durable, and the lineup is really good.
He's probably a good pick for a Gladiator for sure.
He's boring, right? He's a boring pick. But
all right, you know what? That's it. I'm going to take him. AG's trying to talk me into him, so I don't take his guy though. So we got mind games going on here, taking advantage of me.
Never rule out the mind games, especially for drafting with me.
Come on, pull the trigger.
I just got to make sure I'm not missing somebody here.
What about a pitcher? Like, do you want to like where do you think like the?
I don't.
Like I just got another guy in the chat. Like, where do you think he goes off now? He's probably going a bit later.
It's a weird spot right here.
It is.
Yeah, later. I mean, I think actually. All right, I'm just going to take him because you guys are right, and I do believe that he is a better pick in Gladiators because AG called it. He's very durable.
You need the average. He's going to hit for a good average.
Yeah,
it's a boring
good average.
There's just not a whole lot of power there. I don't think he's a 20 home run bat. I think he's probably what he did last year. Just so many ground balls. The hard hit rates are just not there. But you are right. He does play every single day, and he's at a good lineup. So.
And the counting stat, I'm telling you, in these Gladiators,
boring works in Gladiators. Yeah,
at-bats are king. At-bats are king. It's not the same for innings. You don't necessarily need, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of innings, but you do need max at-bats to really compete.
I think I do remember Zach a couple years ago after he stole 8 bases in 2021 tweeting something about his stolen bases, like not essentially being legit to follow up. Do you remember that, Zach, at all or no?
Yeah, I remember. It's still probably up. I searched all the videos of his stolen bases that year where he had 8, and they were like off of like weird pitches and stealing third on double steals.
Yeah,
and then he ended up stealing like none or 1 the next year, right?
Yeah, 2 the next year and 1 last year. Yep, you were spot on with that.
But yeah, I'm not going to go through the legwork. You can't do the legwork on everyone like that, and you don't know what's going to go on with the new rules, but. Schwarber was another weird one where he went from like 10 to 0 with the new rules. Didn't really look into him too much, but you think he can get his stolen bases back?
Well, I think so. I mean, I think
he looks like he's in pretty good shape now. Like he's not like a fat ass anymore.
Go ahead.
Just hit 240 and give me 40 bombs. That's what we need.
He's not hitting 240.
This is bad with like
You never
360.
know.
But I was going to say, I think stolen bases are just about intent when it comes to, 10 steals or 8 steals. A guy who has done that before and then suddenly doesn't, it's just intent. He walks a lot. He could absolutely steal if he wants to. For whatever reason, in the year of the steal, he decided, I'm not going to steal anymore. I don't know what that's about.
Fucking loser.
Yeah, that was actually kind of weird. He went from 10 to 0, but
What a fucking loser.
I had to go on the pitching here. The pitching is going to not be good.
I got to tell you, I'm pretty excited right now about my pick.
He's still there. Unbelievable. He's still there. I didn't take him from you.
Yeah, I owe you one. I owe you a beer when we get to Vegas. Real excited about that. Because I actually played a long game of chicken there, thinking nobody would. And then people start saying names.
Wait, it's not over yet, AG.
Yeah, it's definitely not
You
over.
still got 2 picks. 2 picks are a long time at this point in the draft.
Yeah, that's true.
And there's a guy with the same first name, the second on the pitcher list right now.
Boom.
All right, he snuck to you. There you go.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, Robert Stevenson. There
Now-
it is.
AG, are you thinking about just like you have Munoz and you have Stevenson? Stevenson's like people are saying you should go in the 8th round, and people are saying that he should not. Now, do you want to just get Estevez on your next pick and fucking
No.
slam the door and saves?
No.
No.
I would if Estevez was like Sewald and Munoz were last year, right? Where they're good pitchers, even if they're going to share the closer job or not. But in this format, I cannot bench anybody. So I have to eat Estevez's 1.5 whip and 4 ERA as a middle reliever when he loses the job. So I'm not going to do it.
Okay. Just asking.
It's I do agree that there are some shared bullpens where that would make sense.
Just Stevenson as my S or RP2 makes me real nervous. Like I'd still
Well, I
want
mean,
to.
when you take it in the 15th round, I mean, you can't. What do you?
Still.
Who else?
Like you got to get your saves.
Oh, I understand, but I mean,
Here we go. How about this, AG? Yeah?
Jesus Christ, that's got to be the worst comment you ever received.
yeah, I don't appreciate that baseball. I want to tell you something. Can
we mute him?
Can we mute people in the chat?
No, I love it. I think it's fantastic. No, don't be
Jesus
coming after me, baseball, because then you will get muted.
I'm not real happy with you, bud.
Pick up your hat. Show them you got hair.
I got
There you
some
go.
hair. Got some hair.
Okay, here we go. Dom's getting mad. You're on the clock. DC.
Tell him to settle down. That pick will happen when it happens and not before. Everybody's a comedian tonight. All righty. What are we going to do?
There we go. Now, in the Gladiators, this is when you got to focus on the roster construction for people.
Yes.
The old roster grid on NFBC is a beautiful tool. Allows you to see what everybody has at the positions. It's very important in these Gladiators, I feel like.
Well, I'm going to have to get to work on outfield here. This year's Yelich.
Who's that?
Taylor Ward.
Tyler Ward.
That was I don't know, where does Grissom go? Does Grissom go right now? That seems early. 15th round for Grissom. Is that where he's been going?
That seems a bit early.
Yeah.
but
it's fine.
I'd rather take Oswaldo Peraza. Like, how do you take Grissom over Peraza?
I don't know. Hard to do.
I guess Peraza's not middle infield eligible. It's a bad comparison.
Baseball's my new hero.
Maybe this guy wants to have a
Get him
kinship.
off his game.
Get him out of here.
Wants to have a kinship.
Get him out of here. Get him. Honestly, get him the fuck out of here.
Wants to have kinship.
That's the final straw. Get him out of here.
That's enough of it.
It's enough.
All right, I got to figure out what I want to do here now. This is we got the autos coming. So,
Zach, are you excited about the man event this year?
The man event, yeah. I'm in 5 of them. I got to break the news to Jeff though.
What is it?
That I'm doing 2 of them on Saturday morning.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if he's gonna let me do that.
What are you gonna do? Run back and forth?
Mm-hmm. I've signed up. I'm signed up for 2 at the same time at 11 o'clock on Saturday. I don't know what they're gonna do about that.
No,
They're just cancel. They're just gonna cancel my entry.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can't.
Well, there's a Scherzer.
Hey, Esteves Scherzer.
After all this, I've been so supportive to the NFBC, and I'm doubling my entry on Saturday morning. Are they going to tell me no?
Is one of them online?
No.
So you're going to try.
Yeah, they probably are online. Are there ones going on online at the exact same time?
I don't know that. I can't answer.
You know how much of an advantage that is to be doing 2 main events at the same time in the ballroom, because you get to see 2 boards at once, so you have like a lot of access to different information.
Could you imagine?
I think it's an advantage, not a disadvantage.
There would be an uproar.
Did we even meet this guy, the handsome guy?
Is this
The cone gel is handsome. You don't come back from that. You don't come back from the Jason Alexander talk, and then he's handsome, and then you don't just go to Candelario at the Great American Ballpark. You don't. That's not a transition. You're done.
Is this guy Team 11? This guy.
I do like Candelario on Great American Ballpark.
Yeah, I do too.
Especially because they already said that he's going to play every day.
Yeah, no, he'll play. They'll play him into the ground, especially when they send De La Cruz down.
Yeah.
Dom's got a suggestion for you.
You should do an online. You should do an online main and 2 live mains and do 3 at once. Next level.
That's too much.
Is that too much?
Yeah.
Are you
Should be
sure?
a piece of cake after you did one while you were driving your kid to school last year.
Wait a minute. Just for all your fans, what is the most slow drafts of all kinds you've had going simultaneously? How many at one time? Slow drafts at any given point. What was the most you had going at once?
20 something. Probably.
ABD.
Psychopathic. It's basically like doing 3 fast drafts.
Yeah, because it
You're
turns
up,
into
you're up all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And what is it? It starts at 8 a.m. Central, so it's 12. It's 16 hours of drafting a day, right? Because you're off for 8 hours. So you'd have 16 straight hours of being up all the time in a draft.
You're not up all the time, but yeah.
20-some drafts?
Yeah, but you can go to auto in some of them. It's not. It's
Oh,
bad.
you go on auto?
Yeah, but that's I haven't been in that many this year. That's probably like a different year.
What's the most you were in this year at once?
Probably like 12, 13 at a time. That would include like when there were slow gladiators, best ball, being like 3 or 4 best ball, 3 or 4 gladiator, a couple DCs, 50. Like,
Hey, when you die, can I donate your brain to the university so that they could see what the hell's going on inside of you?
No.
Because there's something going on in there.
Yeah.
That's a lot. God damn it!
But I do want to do the two main. I do want to do the two mains at once in the ballroom.
They're not going to let you, so you know that, right?
Why not? I've already bought two main events, and I've already
Highly
signed up two.
illegal. It's against
What do
the
they do?
rules.
What?
It's against the rules.
Why is it against the rules? They're not going to be unless they put me in the same table.
You almost got in a fight last year.
What?
You almost got in a fight.
In an auction. Not in a snake draft.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. But you're going to do 2 snake drafts and run around the room like a chicken with your head cut off, and you think everybody will be just okay with it?
Dude, it's not that hard. There's no way that, okay, I can make my picks in 30 seconds, not a minute. And there's no way it's going to take me 30 seconds to go from place to place.
Fish, are you listening?
It's a foolproof plan.
No, what I miss?
He wants to do 2 lives at once.
I've already signed up for it. I've signed up for 2 11 o'clock a.m. in the ballroom in Vegas. I don't know if they're going to keep that, but I'm in. I'm signed up. I paid.
Well, you can't physically sign up for 2 lives at once in Vegas. It's not possible. They won't allow it. What do you mean you signed up for 2? You're on that one list, and it's a big list of people.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I only show up once, but if you look at my teams, from the clock, if I'm on the talk clock simultaneously, I'm not going to use more than 30 seconds for one pick.
He thinks he can run real fast, Tom.
It's not going to take me 30 seconds to run from any table to any table in that ballroom. So sometimes I might have to pick within 20 seconds. I'll know what's going on. It's not going to be difficult.
I mean, I'll pay money to see it. I'll tell you that.
What do they not? They're not going to let me do that? Why?
No.
You can do 2 online at the same time. Why can't I do 2 live ones at the same time? I get it. You can't do 2 auctions. This guy's telling AG that he's handsome now. He wants me in rollerblades. Go fuck yourself.
You know what? If you did rollerblades, I would go to bat for you. How about that?
Yes, absolutely.
If you do rollerblades, I'll go to bat for you.
Or a skateboard.
I don't need rollerblades.
What if it's on? What if they put you on opposite sides of the ballroom just to block you?
If they make me wear rollerblades, I will not do that. That's the only way they're going to stop me. If they put the rollerblade rule in effect.
What if we bring you what if we rent like a BMX bike and you could ride the bike?
That's fine. I'll do that.
He comes rolling up. It'll be a mockery.
I'm dead serious. I'm signed up.
Come on now.
I'm a pretty good customer.
Yeah, you're a great customer. Great customer.
You're a paying customer, and that's all that matters.
Oh boy.
What are you thinking here, AG? How's your squad shaping up?
Well, I don't know. I'm not real happy with the power output right now. She's kind of gone downhill. Gonna have to figure something out here. I've got 7 pitchers. I've got some good late ones to throw, but really need. There's just not a lot here. Not a lot here. I think I'm gonna give MJ Melendez a little play here. I'm just gonna try to
just tap it.
Just try to tap you.
Where the catchers go. Get your second catcher.
No. The catchers
get a Henry Davis and you just move him to the catcher later on.
That's true. That's true. You know what? I am gonna do something here.
Throw Henry Davis in utility, put Otani at pitcher, and then you can move.
There you go. There, that's the pick.
Yeah, he's got a little pop, and I needed it.
Yeah. He's not going to hit for that average again, but the power is legit.
AG, you're way up in your draft. Mike the Mouth is probably like.
Oh my God! I've got my phone on Do Not Disturb, so he's probably having a seizure.
Yeah, he's having a health emergency right now for sure of some sort.
He's having an event.
Boogie Nights, Zach, on the rollerblades.
Yes.
Girl.
I'll pay for everything. I'll rent the rollerblades. I'll bring them. I'll put them on you. I'll tie them for you like you're my son. Everything. I just want you to go back and forth in the rollerblades.
That could help me that much.
Well, it'll get you from point A to point B in a hurry.
I don't know. I'm pretty fast. I don't think I do that much because you have to stop and you have to like.
You have to stop.
I could fall. Like I'm just measuring. Like, how many times
Zach's doing sprints.
Nah, you won't fall. There are some cords that you'll have to watch out for.
Yeah, man. There's a lot of stuff to navigate there. I think I'm better off just running. I'm pretty fast.
Yeah, I actually want to see it happen. So,
well,
I'm in favor of it.
Let me think about it. Okay. Let me put a
I
sharp.
think I'm not a good skater either. So I think I'd fare better with just the sneakers.
Is that right? You're not a good skater?
No. Not.
We got to have lessons now.
That's not acceptable.
For being in Canada? I know.
Yeah.
I know.
What's the matter with you?
Don't know. It's pretty early. What round? 18? Yeah, that's about right. So does Brian Abreu get drafted in these things anymore?
Nope. Not in these. How many pitchers do you draft in DCs usually? Pitcher total.
He felt like around 30 of one of the DCs, or maybe even past around 30 of one of the DCs I was in.
Zach, what's your StatCast sprint speed?
Mine?
Mm-hmm.
No idea.
You're up, Fish. You're up.
Oh, I'm up. Oh, I forgot about the autos. Okay.
Chappie.
I've got Mr. Irrelevant. I've got a pick in my what do you call it? CLQ. I'm on the 50th round and I'm the number one pick, so I have the last pick of the draft.
Is that your first CLQ?
This is my fourth.
Oh.
Coming down the stretch here. AG, what do you still need for positions?
That's a good question. So I'm done at catcher. I'm done at corner because I have Otani. So I'm done at corner. I'm done at middle. So I need 3 outfielders and 2 pitchers is what I need. What about you?
You need 3 outfielders?
Yep.
What does Fish need?
I could marry from the middle.
2 pitchers.
So in theory, I could probably take another middle.
I know what Fish is doing here.
You do?
I would bet. What do you need?
I need 2 outfielders, a middle, and 2 pitchers.
Okay, I know what you're doing. Doesn't even matter. I know what you're doing here. I would bet $50. I'll bet you a Gladiator straight up. What you're doing here?
I don't know. Think so?
Come on. I won't say it if you don't have to take the bet, and I won't say it.
I wonder if you know that he's still on the board. That's what I'm wondering.
Oh. Good call.
I have a lot of shares of this guy, but he's
is he taken?
he's past his ADP. I feel like I've taken him before this multiple times.
I've taken him before this. I believe he's still on the board.
What do you need, Fish?
2 pitchers, 2 outfielders in the middle.
Oh, well, he fits 2 of those categories, right?
Oh, no.
Not him?
No, I know who you're talking about, though.
Yeah, you got to take him here. That's who you take, obviously.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I'm not going that route. I'm going with the pitcher. I am
That's
going with the
off.
pitcher. I got him lined up.
Average.
I've never been more ready to take this guy.
Okay, it's a big pick for you.
There's been a lot of chatter
I'll
about
say it.
this team in the offseason.
I have a feeling you're not taking him because you don't want to blow your cover for main events and stuff like that. So
You've already mentioned this guy in our chat, Zach.
in our chat,
Yeah.
or this pitcher.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, then he gets taken.
Got your ass.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay. I mean, I guess it is believable. He was at the top of the queue, but
CLQ. Is this your CLQ Gladiator, or did you use this one for your champion?
yeah.
How many CLQs do you get for gladiators?
I think they give you 3, and then you can buy a buyback, like a rebuy when you're doing a poker tournament. I think you can buy a 4th for a little bit more money.
Yeah, they should do that. That's actually not a bad idea. Let's say you do your CLQ, you got like Ronnie Mauricio and you got Ryan Presley.
Yeah,
Like,
let you pay another $250 for
can you
one more.
buy your CLQ for like $200, like your DC for $200?
Yeah, do over.
No, they probably shouldn't do that. Here's a legitimate question though. Can you do like a $400 DC as your CLQ? I actually don't know.
Yes, surely
Yeah, you can.
Oh no, you can't because it comes as part of the package.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's
So they make you
Okay.
draft.
right.
what
So you
comes in
couldn't
the
do that.
package.
It's very strict.
Man, I thought you could. I thought they were saying something about like the people that don't do the OCs, but they only do like a 750 OC. I thought they were saying something like you could use that as part of it, but
I would love to
obviously
play
not.
I think so.
the June Night Madness as my OC CLQ. The Mike the Mouth
Yeah.
midnight.
No, they won't let you do that because those.
No.
What they want is the most common denominator DC used. They don't want 750. You're pretty much there's not a lot of people doing 750 DCs. So the field you'd be playing against would be
OCs.
or OCs. I'm sorry, OCs. The field you'd be playing against would be a lot different.
Yeah, it's different.
Especially when one of them's drunk. Although, didn't he do really well last year? I think I didn't hear, but
Who did you say?
Carter, didn't Carter do well or something?
He was up there. Yeah, he was doing well for.
Yeah.
I don't think he cashed in it, but he was definitely up there at points. He didn't do poorly.
I don't appreciate that.
Zach, you got a lot of gladiators left?
I think like 6 that are booked.
This is the first one I've had, I feel like, in a while, a couple weeks.
Yeah, they're definitely getting sparser.
Yeah. Got a lot, obviously.
How many do you guys have left?
I think I have 3 left after this.
I'll tell you in a second. Let me make my pick here.
I don't even know why I do these things. The gladiators.
You told me you weren't going to do any, and then you maxed it.
It's like you give away all the guys you like. It's a complete crapshoot. It's like such a stupid contest.
Am I right?
It's so terrible. It's so stupid. Like
That was your
I'm
idea.
the one that suggested this, but I'm like, man, I can't. Hard to resist doing them, but like so dumb.
Yeah, the only other thing is like our thoughts on players change as draft season goes along, and generally speaking, these are done before now. Like I wish they would like kind of cut it off a little bit earlier instead of allowing these February gladiators to go on. But
Yeah.
you know, I don't know.
The sheep, their selections change, but the Wolves, they don't change their players.
Yeah, that is true. Whatever you say. The Wolves.
No, I know. I hear what you're saying. I'm just fucking around. I agree.
All right,
To an
Zach,
extent.
what do you
To an
think?
extent.
What's your call here now for AG's pick?
All right, what round are we?
Needs-
Around 20?
Any ideas?
Needs what do you need, AG? A middle, two outfielders, or no?
I need an outfielder in the middle.
No,
Okay,
you
Tone Job. Let's see what the outfield in the middle.
no middle. You're done with middle, right? Well, I guess you could put Whit Merrifield.
Well,
in the
I guess it's I could put Witt out there, so I either need two outfielders or an outfielder in the middle.
and two pitchers.
Two pitchers.
I don't know. You might go Rosario. You might go Cutter Crawford if he's still there. Chase Seth. You like Louis
That's your
Varley,
guy,
but
Zach. That's your guy, Chase Silsa.
I have not taken a Chase Seth in a Gladiator. I've taken him in the DCs. I don't think I've taken him in a Gladiator. But yeah, I do like him. You know what you're gonna do? You're gonna do Massey. Homer. You're gonna complete. You got Melendez. You got Merrifield.
No.
Logan Allen.
No.
Logan Allen. Holy kittens! What about that whip?
Gonna be fine. This guy's a control master.
Gotta be fine.
Kids, this is what happens when you wait on pitching. Bottom of the barrel.
Yeah. I got my two guys lined up, ready to go. Zach alluded to one of them earlier.
Are they hitters or pitchers?
The hitter you're talking about from me last time.
If he makes it back to you,
Oh yeah, he's gonna be there.
Sam, why don't you lift
He's
fingers
gonna
and
be
say it? What are the odds that people are watching?
There might be some people watching. AG, you just never know.
what about?
We got
what do
12
you need,
people watching.
Fish, what do you need? Middle. Okay, so you want
Middle,
this guy?
one pitcher, and two outfields.
And
You were already
want this
talking
guy.
about him last time.
Yeah, I'm putting in the chat.
Yeah. Yep. There you go.
You want
There it is.
Those two?
Yep. Yep. Happy with either one.
That
we
pick
got
would
the-
really be really
Pretty decent values if they get to you. And then do you need a pitcher still?
Yeah, one pitcher.
Reliever or starter? What are you gonna do?
I think because I feel like I have two. There goes one of my guys. Son of a.
Yeah.
That's all right.
I'll just take a deep breath.
And here goes the other guy, probably.
No,
He's
let's
on the
just
top of
relax.
the
Fine. Get your guy.
Yeah, only because they already had the position filled.
You can thank AG for that, for pumping that guy up at the ADP.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yes.
There we go.
He wouldn't even be there if it wasn't for me early on.
Yeah.
So what I was kind of saying earlier, just a little bit ago, I already have two locked in closers. So Bednar and Holmes. I think Holmes is a much more safe now with the recent signings. So I'm very comfortable with him. I feel like I can go with the 7-2 approach, 7 starters and 2 closers. But if I was AG, I kind of like, there's a guy out here I kind of like. Munoz and Stevenson for AG. I feel like he has the opportunity to, if he wanted to go with the 6-3 approach. 6 starters.
I could do it. It's possible.
Yeah, Zach, that's exactly what I'm taking. Zach knows all my picks, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
If he makes it to you.
Yeah, you never know.
I didn't even know if he was going to make it this far.
I got him way up at the top here. Let's not get sniped again. This guy got me last time with Emmett Sheehan, so it should be all right.
Looking at the draft champion sign up, there's a guy named. I wonder if that's the real John Franco, the ex Mets closer.
Yeah, I think it is.
It is. It's him.
It's him and it's Mike Cal Garcia too. We got Chet Lexfold on this one too.
That's main event Chet.
Main event Chet. Yes, it is. Main event Chet. That guy's a winner.
I was talking to Phil today. We both agree. We really want to know who Chet is, but we kind of don't want to know who Chet is.
I heard you get dinner if you show your chat.
Oh, you heard about that, did you?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Well, who wants a free dinner? Who wants it?
Well, I'd like to get a free dinner, but I'm not Chet, so
You sure about that?
I don't think I can pull off a second Chet account. Time.
Okay.
There we
Here
go.
we go, Zach. You locked him in. You locked him in. You locked him in.
There we go.
There we go. Let's
Congratulations.
go. Let's go.
Oh, Brian Abreu did go. So, AG, what do you need?
So I need outfield, middle infield, or 2 outfield, and 1 pitcher.
Paddock?
I'm thinking about going another reliever. If you can believe it.
Yeah, you probably want to go another reliever.
Yeah, so the guy that I was thinking was Hunter Harvey.
Oh,
he just
no.
got taken.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying that's what I was thinking before he got taken.
Gotcha.
For AG.
Yeah, you got to. Who I'm thinking there's a couple relievers that Chapman's sucks now.
No, I've got one for you, and we'll see what you guys think when I pull the trigger.
Neris.
Nope.
Oh boy.
No. Let's just take a deep breath here.
Neris has to go on these now, right?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Yuki Matsui.
I don't think he's that. I don't think he's a required piece of merchandise.
I think he's a really good gamble.
There's actually two relievers that I'm thinking that would be decent picks right now.
Okay, let's see what I do. If we didn't have people watching, I would just say it. If we were just recording and not streaming.
Oh, famous. We're so famous. Want me to tell you the 2 guys before you pick that I'm thinking of?
Gotta be Matsui.
Okay, wait till it's my pick. Wait till it's my pick.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Yeah.
Matsu's actually a good one I didn't think of. That might be the best one, but I was thinking of Will Smith and David Robertson.
Will Smith is already gone, I think.
The second one.
Okay. Well then
the second one, Zach.
Or maybe he is.
Will Smith gone?
I thought he was. Oh no, he's not. Yep.
No, I'm out on Will Smith.
Oh, you took David Robinson. Good pick.
Yep.
Is Will Smith gone?
Yeah. No, he's not. No,
so you're not going to take you're not going to take a 4th one, anyways.
Team 14's watching the stream. No, I'm done. I'm out of pictures. I'm full.
Yeah. Okay. So you don't care now.
I don't care.
Matsui has not gone. What about Paxton? He got taken 7 picks ago.
I would think
I might be late to the day. I don't know. That was 2 minutes ago.
Robert Suarez went to Team 8 in round 16, so maybe that's the only San Diego guy that's gone.
Really, Matsui? Because
Yuki Matsui is there.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Never Asian. Never.
That's called drafting with like 3 people on auto.
Yeah.
Well,
that team 5 is dangerous.
So AG, what do you need now?
So I need middle out or 2 outfielders. Either way.
Oh, there's 2 rounds left.
Yeah. So let's see if team 14. So both these guys to my right, what they both need Well, I'm trying to figure it out here. Hang on. I don't know. I'll wait for him to pick.
Yo, AG, you have 2 David Robertsons already in these drafts. That's pretty
No,
good.
I don't. No, I don't.
No, Fish, you do. That's Fish.
Oh.
You've drafted David Robertson already before he even signed. That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
In a
I'm ahead of the game, man. I'm ahead of the game.
Gladiator?
Good for you.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
A lot of people just think he's done, but if you look at what he did last year, his final numbers were awesome. He's better than half the closers out there.
You're crazy,
I don't know if
man.
he's gonna. We'll see what happens, but
Okay, so AG, you like Michael Massey still available? You've taken him a bunch.
No.
no. Baseball is team 5. He just prefers to watch the show rather than draft.
No. So now,
isn't Team 5 on auto?
Yeah, that's right. He said he'd prefer to watch the show rather than draft.
Funny guy. He's been on auto the entire time.
baseball. And his initial was
Jason Alexander jokes. The
rollerblades,
Jason Alexander. He's been
great.
auto the whole time. This guy's fucking fantastic.
Yeah, he's a barrel of laughs.
Yeah.
Look at AG locking in Alec Thomas. Okay, AG, seen a breakout season?
I think so. And a breakout for him is not crazy. A breakout for him is 15-15, 140 runs and ribs, 130 runs and ribs. But it's fine. And if he could hit 250, that's a fine little player, right? So
yeah.
That's his breakout. It's not going to be anything crazy. And that's a breakout, so it might not be that good. But coming from where he was, let's see, how old is he? He's pretty young, isn't he? 23. He's 23. It's pretty young.
Yeah.
So
no, it could definitely happen.
And his defense, did he win the Gold Glove? He might have won the Gold Glove. No, Doyle won the Gold Glove for center. I think Thomas also plays center. So, but I hear he's very good defensively.
All right, I got 2 picks here. Last two picks. I need a pitcher and an outfielder. Tell you what, this is the first year I've drafted this guy, and I have started to get quite a few shares actually, and I don't really know why, but we might be taking him again here. Just got to make sure I'm not missing anybody else. Last pitcher. Oh, I might have to.
What are you thinking?
I'm
Better go.
All right, I'm gonna go John Gray.
Okay.
I was between John Gray and Trevor Rogers, but I just don't. I like Trevor. I like him. I like Trevor Rogers probably a little bit more, but I don't know the status. So we're just gonna go with John Gray.
Yeah.
In the rotation. I'll tell you what, my last guy might be another Texas Ranger. We'll see. Any guesses who it is?
What position?
Ezekiel Duran.
Yeah, here we go. Duran. Yeah, I mean,
not
Solid
Tavares.
little player.
I was going to say Tavares. Is he gone?
I think
Tavares
he's
is
gone.
right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, way gone, way up. AG, have you picked in your DC yet?
Way up. Way up.
Got a few of those today. Way up.
How am I sitting on stolen bases? I feel like I still never got really caught back up.
It's gonna be fine. Okay.
Oh, Parker Meadows is going to give me 30, so we're back.
Remember last year when Juan Yepez was going to hit 35 and 110?
Never got the playing time, so
But if they would have played it, they missed a golden opportunity at a huge season.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who's this year's Juan Yepez?
A guy that should hit 30 home runs if he got the playing time, but
Yeah.
he's not going to get the playing time.
Right.
I have no idea.
You have to think about it. Who's this year's Juan
I do have
Yepez?
to think about it. Oh, I'm actually up here. All right. Outfielder, last outfielder. All right. Zach, you can pick Garrett Mitchell or Ezekiel Duran.
Oh, hometown guy.
Duran.
All right. Duran it is. Duran's going to get way less stolen bases, I think, though.
I don't know. I didn't look at what you needed, but in terms of stats, but in a vacuum, I'd take Duran. Seager's hurt. He could get traded.
Yeah. Yeah. Duran should get.
Who could get traded?
All right. We're going to go with Duran. It's in the books.
He's not going
Duran
to steal
can get
no
traded.
bases. I didn't count up your stolen bases, but Duran's not going to be a 0 in stolen bases.
No.
No, he'd be fine.
All right. There it is. There it is. What a team. What a draft.
This was a
AG's
big
got
draft.
one left. What do you got left here, AG?
So
Outfielder?
I pivoted Merrifield to middle because I didn't like the options at middle. So now I'm going outfield.
Are you sure what's left in middle? Is Roman Rosario, Brendan Rodgers?
It's all crap. It's all crap.
That's crap.
So I'm going outfield.
Who's outfield?
Rosario is there. Brendan Rodgers is there.
Yeah.
Rosario's a guy that if he signs on a team where he's gonna get everyday playing time, he vaults up 5 rounds.
Well,
yeah, probably.
He's not. He's not. He's probably.
I'm not. Rosario still got 510 ABs last year. I feel like when he went to the Dodgers, he barely played. Maybe because he barely did anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably got most of those consistent at bats in Cleveland.
Yeah.
So outfield, who's left in the outfield? I really don't think I like any of the outfield options. I'd probably like the middle infield options. What about Mason Wynn, Brendan Rodgers, or Rosario? There are some decent middle.
So to me, I can see at least one outfielder that's going to outproduce those.
Yeah, I mean Austin Hayes, I kind of like, but
that's him. That's him.
What about Pete Crow?
Yeah. I don't know. What do you think about him?
I think I have one.
Yeah, I need at bats, right? I need at bats.
There's Lawler too, but I guess that's a risky pick. He's sort of the same idea. Lawler, Pete Crow, Victor.
No, you want boring. Yeah, there's the guy watching our feed.
You don't want Hayes anyways.
That's a lot of fun. This is
definitely no upside, but
Hayes is going to lose playing time. There's so many chefs in that kitchen in Baltimore. You don't think that's not a pick I want in these drafts.
Well, that's okay because it was subterfuge. This is who I really wanted.
Okay.
All right, let's get the stolen bases. Okay.
Give me the steals. Look, there's your catcher.
Yeah.
14.
Yeah, there he goes.
Yep. After a couple weeks, you can move him.
All right.
What do you think about this draft, guys?
I think you both did well. I like both your teams.
Yeah, it was a good one. I think that's my first Ezekiel Duran. The whole draft season. I actually like it now with the whole Seager news. I mean, if Seager misses 3-4 weeks, I mean, who knows? I said hopefully he's back by opening day. Maybe he doesn't miss any time, but the ability for Duran to play all over the field, I think he'll run into some playing time at some point. So
for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. I think he's a solid player. He hits decent average, speed, power. I mean, really, I don't know. I'm looking past yours.
Who was the other guy you were thinking of? Duran versus who?
Garrett Mitchell.
Yeah, Duran. Who's Milwaukee? Who he's not for sure playing every day, Garrett Mitchell?
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah, I think he is. I think he will be.
Who's the outfield? Yelich? Who?
Frelick, Yelich, and him.
Who else have they got out there? Not from Weimer. They got another guy, Garrett Mitchell. They got who's the other guy? They got another outfielder too. No.
Well, they just traded away. What's his name? To
Yeah.
the
Aaron Taylor's
Nice.
gone.
Tyron Taylor.
Yeah, not talking about him. They have another young guy, right?
Oh, Churio, Jackson Churio.
Yeah, he's
Oh
probably
yeah,
gone.
Yeah.
but yeah,
I
they
think
have Mitchell's.
it's time for Yelich to DH. I think.
That's for the.
And I
Well,
think
should
it
we look at
be-
Russell Resource or Curlin Resource?
Oh, we got to go to Curlin Resource.
Curlin, you got to go to the King.
Yeah, the king,
Okay.
always the king.
I got to put him in my favorites.
Really, the only one I trust.
It will stop the stream after we figure out what King Curlin has.
Okay.
I'm looking it up. Projected lineups. You go to MLBplayingtime.com by Mike Curland. It's pretty much the Rolls Royce of roster construction.
Yes.
NL Central, Milwaukee Brewers. What has he got going here?
What a wonderful site this is.
He's got Garrett Mitchell batting 6 versus righties, and he's got him as a platoon.
A platoon?
Platoon. So he's there.
Yeah, I could see a platoon. Who, Joey Weimer in there?
He's
Gets
got
lefties.
Owen Miller against lefties.
Oh,
What?
Owen Miller needs to be
Uh,
DFA'd.
I don't know. Does he play outfield that much? I thought he was kind of an infielder. Maybe he does.
What the fuck is Curlin
Well,
doing?
you know what? If the King says it, I believe it. That's all.
Do we just blindly believe in King?
Yeah,
Well,
we have to. We just
that's
have
how they became king. You know, it's divine providence.
to. All right, we're gonna stop the stream. Thanks everybody for tuning in. If you're still watching.
Thanks
See
for
you
watching.